Wonders, my friends. So, transitioning. Welcome to another stream from Typhoonum about ERZ Online. And today, I'm just willing to give some feedback on the game, on what I have tried. So, basically, from what I can see, I enjoyed it so much, the playtest, yes, and I was able to uh, enjoy it with other players, and I had quite a lot of fun. And mainly right now, the only offense or the suggestion that I have for developers is to introduce some new content for the players, because basically main stuff of the game is thriving and it is working. And even the clan system, lately I have found that clan system was reworked, or kind of we had some addition to it. So it kind of looks better than it was before. And from what I see, it was a bit more looked through. Yes, you can watch the players and look what they are, what is their clan status, you know, and to see other clans how they look. So it was kind of reworked. That's one of the things that were updated recently. And basically, I do enjoy the game as it is, and I think it is ready to play. The few only few stuff only that stop me from playing it more often. One is inactivity of other players, and another one is probably that some in-game tactics don't work as they should. For example, I would say that to me, um, for example, the stuff that you can dig over here closer to the bottom, I don't know if it should be like that, but those stones, they are hardly diggable at all. So when when you dig the stones or boulders, yes, they are kind of almost undiggable. So you just go around, you know, all of this stuff. You don't really dig them that much because it just takes so much time, and I don't know, it just seems not to be worth it, you know, to me specifically. So those kind of stuff that they kind of make me feel that like this game should be a bit reworked. But of course, there is some stuff always to find enjoyable in the game, and if you enter this game with a desire to play it for yourself, you have fun for quite some time, especially in getting the second digger. Also, additional request for developers that they have is you should kind of rethink the resource update, because you know, most of the resources that are here, they are there are a few resources that were digged down and they are are not there anymore. The plasmolith is one of them, and another one is of course the laseron. So those resources, they are, laseron just does not exist in the mine anymore in the free access, and with some bombs you could enjoy digging some plasmolith, but it is very scarce. So replenishment of the resources is also important part from what I see for the players, for the enjoyment of the game. So if those stuff will change, I probably think that it would raise the amount of players that enjoy the game and that are willing to play every day. So that's kind of the main points. I'm also here today just to see around, to see how the game looks like and what is the difference from the last time I was playing. And from what I see, there is not much big of a difference from what it was before. And I kind of regret that I got to the following place right now with no place to dig resources. Yes, but at first I can just go and check out and then probably reconsider what I'm going with to the following direction, so to return to this place later on. Also, if we are thinking about the game techniques and the game resources, I'm thinking about the following resource, the Vaultstone. So mainly when we are talking about Vaultstone, I think that it is also not accessible for players because the replenishment of the boulders is very quick. So all of this main Vaultstone was digged when the resources were formed, and after that we just digged it up, and it was the place here was quickly refilled with boulders, and mainly the boulders appear, not the actual Vaultstone or something similar to that. So not sure how it was working in the mindset of the developers, but it seems to be non-working for the continuing kind of replenishment of the resources. So that are the three resources that kind of should be reconsidered for a kind of playable result, you know. At least this is my point of view. So, and yeah, now let's just play a bit. So let's for example place this digger somewhere close by, just to dig the Zelicon, or even all of them. The following one is also ready here, so we can place him, for example, somewhere over there, just because we can. And the following one would be going somewhere far. I would be just working with this one. So this one is digging, the following one is digging, the following got to the top, and we can place him right over here. So yes, digging, and this one we would be walking around. Give me a sec. So here we are. Let's reconsider our diggers once more. This one is digging boulders in the closed area. This one is where? Yes. So, I probably am going to go over here and visit this area because I am willing to see what will happen with with this place. And well, I'm looking here, I see this probably would be looking something similar or even better. So yeah, I'm just looking for tasty part of the mine to see around. So let's see what we can do, what we have with us. We have a lot of space, but the space is not as needed here as the health. But whatever, let's try to get through and not to get killed, and we will see around regarding changes that we would need to make to this setup. Alrighty, so that is the way to one end. I had not enough health, so yeah. Probably let's return, because the resources I will gather would get destroyed, so probably I need more health, or it is a percentage that we kill. Let's see around. Interesting. It's looking much different than I thought. So they cannot appear when the road is over here, or what? Weird. Okay. Oh yes, I still found the place where I can dig some resource. But most of that was cleared by someone who placed a road everywhere. Interesting. Interesting. So, for example, if I will place one digger here, let's see how much resource we would be able to gather before our energy will go down, because we don't have very big amount of energy for this one. Here we already spent the half of the energy on digging around. Yes, that's not much. And here we need to continue digging from the following place. Good, so basically we're set up for all four of our diggers, and we are digging some resource for later use. Seems fine to me. And let's think what else has changed. So seems like the quests, they are resetting from time to time. Yes, so as I see, I can get some rewards even now for completing some quests. So seems like they were reworked. Upgrades, I would say that were almost not reworked, but you see, we can see that all of the stuff seems to have more background inside. So all of the The Zelicon, for example, has more items here that we can look through. And also some icons that were looking different before, so something is done on the background. Even though there is not much stuff that has changed during the last month, unfortunately. Alrighty, so right now the most important part here is the one that is over here, because his energy could end soon, so we should be heading back. Yeah, looks like the following stuff. So what else to tell about the game? Well, the first impression when they came in today is that the game was a bit unstable, but it seems fine now, so it probably was just a glitch, and the server is working as it should in most of cases. It's just that few changes should and can be made to make the players be willing to return. Again, if we repeat, it is the respawn of resources. It is also the opportunity to communicate with other players. Yes, so some event should happen that the players were willing to return, and the reworking of the resources self-replenishment in the long run. For example, that is about the Vault Stone, the Laseron, and also the last one is Plasmolith, I think. Let's see what is over here. Oh, it's a glitch. Box. That is impossible to reach. Bugs still existing in the game. So yes, that's the main and most important stuff. And all of that could be fixed. And also, I would say that to my player's view, I would say I would change some textures in the game. For example, if we would be looking on some resources that are available here, they are hardly visible, yeah. But let's not take water. Water I like that it was added, because I partially think that the water was added as my request, because I was dreaming about the water in ERZ Online, or how it was called before the mines. Even when I was like 16 years old, that was like more than over 10 years ago. So yes, I'm not talking about water right now. Water is fine, but for example, white crystal is looking like black pieces of nothingness, but yes, this also, it's kind of not clearly visible for the resource. Yeah, it's kinda not as good. But yeah, right now I was just willing to show you the resource, and the resource is not here itself. Anyways, The rest of stuff is pretty much workable and even enjoyable. So I I would say that not replenishment of resources together with the opportunity probably to craft what you want, um, it also gives some consideration to the point like will they play ERZ Online today or not. Um, so additional problem is that some stuff that should be working about craft is not working in ERZ Online. When I tell about stuff that is not working in craft, it is mainly buildings, like building the base from scratch. The core base could not be placed for now, though it, if I remember correctly, it can be crafted at this moment. But yes, it needs to be fixed. It needs to be fixed. Also, from what I see, also it is needed for players to have the ability to go deeper in the mine, because right now almost all of the mine was explored, if not everything that is possible to be explored. So what I would say is we need the map update, we need the fix for 3 resources, and placing some fixes for the craft that is not yet working. With those stuff, the game would be workable, more enjoyable, and it would invite clans into active thinking of whether they already should, actively participate, create programs that they would be putting their diggers on, and start dividing territories and fight with each other for the resources, for control, and just for fun. Because the in-game tactic of even PvP or PvE battles, they already are present. So the only stuff that stops players from playing ERZ Online right now is the gameplay that was not completely thought through or finished up. So we are waiting on the update, and ERZ Online is a game that we are willing to play, and we understand that the development of the game takes time, and perhaps the most important thing for me as a streamer is the replenishment of resources, because other stuff can take time, and replenishment of resources could happen in one day, because I would say that to reload the map by adding the resources to it is not taking a lot of time for developers. So that's what I think about the game, and I also would love to hear your opinion in comments that I would probably pass. Like if you have a different opinion about the game or some inside suggestions, because I was not playing like last few weeks or even months, at least for you on a recording. So I probably am willing to hear your opinion and also pass it to developers. Please feel free to reach me in the comments, and yeah, let me check out all of the other diggers, what they can provide. Let's replace this one on the program for now, because it still has some energy. This one is also filled up, so nice texture. Here we are, let's get more energy. And here we are almost filled with the resource, so we can return back. So, to me personally, gold seems to have become not a scarce resource anymore. That's not as fun, but it's okay. I also am thinking about the ability to regain health for diggers. It was also seemingly not thought through. If I remember right, for some reason nanobots are still not popular, or they may not even be working. I need to check this out. So I would die, and I really hope that not a lot of resources will be destroyed. Like about 1/3 of that was destroyed. Let's see if we would be able to regain the resource. So here we are full, and let's try to get as much protection as we can. So protection is holes. So I probably can craft some respawns. For example, I need 1 respawn. And also repair mods. Six. Now I can place it anywhere over here. For example, right here. So let's place them. Start. Placing the respawn. Seems good to me. Or no. Let's do it a bit over here. And right now let's put the 6 of them close. Here we are. Seems like we are ready to roll. We are ready to roll toward the lava. And we have enough. We can do 2 runs. In panic, it was not self-explanatory for me. Yeah. In Panic, for me, it was not self-explanatory what to do after I got a box. So, whatever. If I remember, it should be I can place E not to only open the screen, but to close it as well. So here we are. Pressing E, take max, and it's already here because I took all for the second run. Good. So that's what we can and need to do next time. Good, so with this digger probably it would be easier to get through. This one should be displaced from the program. Also we can check around what is happening. No players. That area only 3 of us looks like. Yeah. So put the resources down. And what's next? Just to get up. Try to mine over here, maybe. Or a little bit slower or lower. Yeah. Here should be good. So with the following one, we can go somewhere toward the following place. Over here. The following one is ready to roll. I can take guns to be able to destroy anyone. For example, the following machine ammo, because they are stronger, and because I get the following, let me think. So the second one can be here, and after that I can get more energy, for example. No, cargo is more important. Now we need actual ammo. And after that we are ready to go and fight mobs, but we should place the so let's go and try to get them. So let's try to dig here while we are fighting mobs. They probably will kill me, but happens. Okay, so the following one should replenish his health, probably get some more room for digging, and let's check it out what is happening with all other ones. So this one should be displaced from the following program and placed on another one, after which we are checking what is with this one. This one is still fighting and digging, and as you see, because the players are not often using this sector, it is all metallium, just so much of it. Okay, so the following dagger seems to be ready to roll, but it has low amount of energy. I don't know. That seems to be not the right mod. Maybe we should displace another symbol in the hole and to get more energy. I don't know. Let me do this actually. More energy seems good. So energy, energy, energy. We need a battery. Yeah, and refill that. Where do we have house? Over here, so we can also craft the stuff that would replenish health, or it would replenish health quicker and energy as well. So let's do charge mods, create 6, and let's go over here to place it. So we should build the respawn. I think it will be good enough. And right now we have 6 charge modes. Good, so we are completely charged and ready to roll for digging what? Digging, for example, the gold or arm, how it is called over there. So I see not any of my diggers has died yet. It's good. And yes, I didn't lose the half of the health, so it was a good choice. Let's get to the following space and we can continue our journey with another digger. Here we are. So what about this one? This one is still thriving. I will let it be. The same is with the following digger. And this one still has some... I don't know why this digger is still alive. But I guess I would take what it has and get it back toward the dock. Why not? And we can get some more ammunition. For example, around half of the stuff that he can carry or more. Yes, seems good. But we need to refill our digger with health and energy, so we can go over here because it will be much quicker than upstairs. I think so, at least. Maybe wrong. And now running back to kill some monsters. Oh, it chose another route. No worries. Why not? It's fun. So now we can place the digger back on the program And here we are still thriving. We are thriving everywhere. Now we have all four. by the way, you see the trace of the dead souls of machines. It's fun. Or monsters, or whatever it is. And sometimes they turn into the resource. The game is thought through in detail. In some parts very well thought through. Atlantium and metallium. Yeah. That's probably the most interesting digger to look upon when it is working. So what we can also dig? We are digging the gold, we are digging metallium, we are digging atlantium, and I am almost full with one of the following, so I can go and drop resources back to the dock whenever it is, wherever it is. And now we can refill energy. Quite quick it is, right? And health. So I have looked through almost all of the mine and had fun about it. Probably there is no much big changes regarding this. Maybe we can look what is happening over there, because there is the closest place where we can get the, I don't remember how it is called, Saturnium. Let's check it out. I think it is Saturnium over here. No? Let's check it out. Yes, it is also Saturnium. So you can get there, but we need to make sure that all others are still thriving. So yes, we are good with all of them. So let's roll after we get guns. So we need a gun. 2 of them actually. We have enough energy, and now we just need 2 guns. 2 guns, where? Instead of the Symbiont cargo. Okay, let it be. 2 guns instead of the Symbiont cargo, and also we will take some ammo. Let it be. And check out the place with the looks like my diggers, not any of them is willing to die. It's nice, but one of them would be soon filled with the resource that it is digging. So what do we have here? They are blocked, and also we can dig out Saturnium here quite easily, which is nice. Oh, one of our digger got killed. Where is it? Where was it? So it was destroyed by bots. Very probable. Let's get the proper energy over here. And let's get back our box after we get some ammo. So ammunition, where are you? It's good, but not all. Good for me, for now at least. Yes, the game is looking much nicer right now than it was before. At least it looks more active, you know? And I enjoy that part. So let's displace our resources from our digger. Hardly earned. And getting back to work, right? What's next? This one is filled with a resource, so we are getting back toward the top of the mine. We have figured the correct amount of the equipment that the digger could possess, not to get killed. To feel confident, more or less. So probably somewhere here is my home, right? Yes, over here. Good, and we can return. Nice. To digging somewhere here. So yeah, so far from what I can see, the game still is enjoyable. It gives the opportunity for exploration, for creating programs. The resource, even under Magmite, is accessible. It is, as I see, the only few resources are actually scarce at the moment. The three I mentioned. And I think Voltstone and Laseron are the ones that are most problematic. But all three of them need to be addressed. Okay, so next, this digger is ready to roll. The following one is ready to return. Yes, here we are good. Here we are not really good. We need to place the following digger somewhere on the program. For example, even over here. Yep, just to dig something, whatever it is. Even this would be good enough. So here we are, much closer to the goal than we were before. By the way, we can set up a goal for ourselves. Together for the upgrade of the basic mining, for example. Isolated extraction, 20k, why not? A good goal. Or together for something else, for example, raising the level of the explorer that I wear on all the diggers. Yeah. So let's get back here. Here we are fine. Same as here, but I am not liking the idea that it would be checking the following part of the mine. It is better somewhere here. And here we are still good. And here we are good. This one can be addressed because it is almost filled. And after that we would be checking the following one. Let's check what it has got. Good. Actually 3 different resources. Interesting. You know, I like Atlantium, so I'm gathering it everywhere I can. Yes, so probably the digger that needs to be addressed the most right now is the following one, because it is almost filled with a resource. And yeah, from what we see, that is just a regular place, not the most interesting for our goal of 20k of Zelicon. So we can stash all and place the program somewhere on Zelicon, right? Let's check out our setup. Yeah, it should be good enough. And Simban Ho seems to be unneeded, but okay, let it be. So now we can return to dig somewhere here, for example, from the following place. Here we are still fine for now. What about the equipment? Yes, it is very good. Nice, nice. Yes. And yes. Good. Lucky us. Lucky us. What about our goal? Um, looks like trade is accessible, so we can look what we have. I didn't think I have that much gold. It's just a habit from prior version of ERZ Online to gather gold as much as I can. No one is buying gold. It's funny. Maybe I can create an order for Aurelium. Price for 1 kilogram. 4.99 Fahrenheit amount. I don't know. 10k. Why not? It seems to be a fine price to me. So here we are still gathering, same here. We lack space on the following digger. So we can return here. Almost there. So seems to me that we are closer to our goal now. Okay, so 9k right now. Let's place this digger here as well for Zelicon. It means that we don't need simbound holes. Can displace that stuff and add 2 more. Yeah, seems good. Seems good. Okay, so now we need to check out where I can place the digger to dig Zelicon. For example, here. Oh, by the way, do you see online is raised? That's nice. Here we are good for now, as well as here. Interesting. Very interesting. Regarding Symbion. We still have some machine ammo, but probably I would get killed soon. Probably either this digger or the next one, that is this one, will be addressed first, because this digger doesn't have a lot of ammunition and therefore would be killed. So yeah, we should watch over. But still, this one is also soon enough would be not okay. Perhaps only maybe, I would say that it is much less than half an hour would take to earn another 10k of Zelicon. Let's see how much do we need regarding time. Yeah, we seem to be good here, almost. Just a bit more. Yes, I think I will do it now. Or like that. Just heading toward the place where I can put off the Zelicon while digging more. Seems to be nice. Alrighty, so $10k and reset energy levels, right? Ready? Good. Next. Here we are almost dead. What around about ammo? Still there. Not needed. Here almost fine, but not a lot of space, so we can displace, get charged, and place again. After which we would address the one that is almost dead. Here it is. So here we basically we have very small amount of ammunition, but this is tough crystals, so we probably would be stuck here for a while till our capacity would get filled. So maybe that is actually okay for me, because I'm rarely mining Xenolith, if really. I just don't see the real point in it, because Zelicon is much more needed for craft, at the moment at least. So what do we have on other diggers? We are not full with them, so not really anything that is in need of addressing. Let's say the following. So yeah, seemingly I'm not getting killed. I'm just getting to the top of the amount of the resources I can carry. So we can return to the place where we can get our health back. And energy. Good, 11k. So 9 more to go. We can drop the following digger somewhere here. Yes, it's not. Yes, from here and on. Probably a good location. At least not the worst one. Here we are. I think the following one should be addressed first because there is lava. Here is also lava. Well, probably it wouldn't die, not necessarily. So let's think that it is okay for now. Here we are still digging something. And here I need to check the new place to dig. For example, here. Yes, next one is just running around. So let's refill energy level and drop the Zelicon. How much do we have? 11.2. So with this one we probably need to find a good place to eat Zelicon. What about this Zelicon? Let it be. Here we still have enough energy not to die, at least. Same here, but a lot of, you know, empty runs, I think. Oh. Who is here? Siegfried. Interesting. Seems like a new player or something. Because it has the first set or driller or body, whatever. So this one needs to be just going down somewhere closer to Zelicon. Checking back. So probably the following one needs to be addressed the most, because it does a lot of empty runs, you see, over here. So the easiest way to clear it is probably some program that I don't have or I don't know how to use, or just manual turns. Okay, here we are almost done, so let's think that we are done and get toward the following place. For example, from here and on. Yes, got this one. Here we were stuck, so avoiding empty runs. Here I can just pass lava probably in the following way. Just skip the rope and it would be laying there. So what do we have here? Empty run, catching. Yes, the following digger is not in the best place. But probably there is just no other place for this digger. So the first one was brought back. I think that maybe I would finish the stream when we would end up like filling most of the diggers at least once. We will see how much we would be able to reach. Empty run, right? So that means that it is not the best place. Maybe we can use the following one. For example, here. From here and down. Probably would be good. There is also an empty run. Well, that is the second digger that is almost filled, so we can go refill energy levels and health levels. Oh, this one still has guns, or what? Why? We don't need guns for you. So it should be in the following way again. So refill with energy and everything else, and let's still dig the same spot. Why not? Nobody digs here because it is not very comfortable. So let's us do this. Okay, so the third one is also filled. And we can drop the digger here. And this one is the last that we have gathered. When we get it toward our base, it means that we are having how much? 14k. So that's kind of the speed that we can get around 4k with. So if I would have done it for the same amount of time and a bit more, I would get what we need. That is 20k of Zelicon. Here is where we are, and I can probably return over here. Would be good to mine, but maybe also it is good to wait, because here it could also be refilled, so I can start with it in the following stuff. And was just to thank you all for participating in my stream, for watching streams in recording, and I hope that you enjoy the content I'm making, and maybe you have suggestions. I will be willing to hear them in comments. So thanks again for joining, and I hope to see you other times.
I was loyal, thick or thin, right or die, didn't live through it. Wish you knew it when you had it before we got this damaged. I've grown bitter, I'll admit. Resent your careless